Voice actors and localizers are extremely similar because they do not leave politics at the door when headed into work. And now we have this voice actor admitting that their job is to push an agenda and that is their number one focus. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I understand that every single human being is going to have their own opinions, but there is a time and place in which to voice those opinions. And when you are headed into work, you should not be worried about how you can change a character, how you can alter a story. And that is what a lot of voice actors and localizers do. And that's why we do not trust these people. They are so full of themselves. They believe that they can do no wrong. And then when you criticize them in their work, you are called an isterophobe, and that is happening right now. So if you are an Arknights fan, unfortunately for you, you now have to decide between if you want to support an individual like this and play a game that you love or skip it. Because this voice actor is admitting their job is to push an agenda instead of voice act. So this voice actor, Hayden DeVoe, said, "Hello, Doctor. I am thrilled to announce that I voice Rosmontis in Ark Knights." But then they faced quite a bit of backlash, and their follow-up was, "If I'm pissing off transphobes, it means I'm doing my job. They are wasting their time living in so much anger. I'm the future. There's no need to quote tweet me on this sort of thing, though. Thank you for your support." And I think they mean in the future, not I'm the future. All it takes is 2 seconds to spell check. But regardless, they are saying that they are pissing off transphobes, and that means that they are doing their job. No, your job is to voice act. Your job is to say your lines. Your job is to ultimately make people happy, because if you don't make anybody happy and you don't have customers, you don't have a company, and that means you don't have a job. I just don't understand the mentality with this people, that it's like, I'm gonna give you the finger if you do not agree with me 100%, or I'm gonna call you, in this case, a transphobe for criticizing my casting. Not everybody is going to be happy all the time, and that's just a fact of life. But to go and insult them over this is only going to continue to divide your player base, and that is exactly what is happening. Madam Savvy had posted, "So this person confirms what people said, the ideology pushing. Issue is this person is also a director and will only hire or ensure only like-minded people will get hired. Millions of people capable of voice acting in America, yet the same handful of talentless losers always get the roles, and they make sure their friends get roles too." And yes, this is happening and has been happening for a long time, because these companies believe that these are the types of people that are the safe option, that, ooh, they're politically correct. But while companies are constantly hiring activists like this, they're not realizing how much damage it is actually doing to their product and to their brand and to their image. If Hayden DeVoe here had just said, "Oh yeah, I'm voicing this character and I hope you like this interpretation," that would be one thing. But instead, they come out, they throw a massive fit because people are criticizing them and their casting, and they sit here and then they act like they are the biggest victim in the world. And sure, I am certain that there are a few bad apples who push the line. There are always going to be bad apples in every bunch, but that doesn't mean that every single person criticizing you is some transphobic loser. And yes, again, we do have a problem in the video game industry and in anime and the voice acting scene in general, where people like you make everything worse. You are not talented. You are being hired based on DEI initiatives because these companies need to check off boxes on a checklist. So that's why you get the role and you're not talented. And you really think that people aren't going to look at you through a microscope, that they're not going to look at every single thing you're doing and response you're giving and then criticize you based on that. You're just making it harder for us to trust people like you because you're saying that your job is to push an ideology. And that's what people have been calling out. So, yeah, of course, you're going to face more backlash now. And of course, they are being memed on online, rightfully so. There are a ton of people saying, I don't have an issue with you as a human being, but I have an issue with your job and the way you do that job and the way you react to people criticizing that job, which is just so hilarious, but also true. This is why AI will replace them soon and Japanese voices are better anyway. I don't like that AI is going to replace real human beings, but look at the way voice acting's gone. Look at the way that localization's gone. I can't feel all that bad. If you left your political ideology at the door when going to work, that would be one thing, but these people can't separate it from themselves. That is all they have going for them. Happy to redo all their lines with AI if needed. Bold of him to think I use English audio. Great way to lose business. They never learn their lesson. I hope Ark Knight pulls off a snow break and just removes the entire English dub. It's not worth dealing with these people. And I do actually agree with this. The snow break situation was funny because of all of the meltdowns that happened. But yeah, if you're going to act entitled, if you are going to push an agenda, right, it's just better for a company to ditch those actors and ditch the dub instead of deal with drama all the time. If your goal in becoming a VA for a character is just to piss people off, then you should not be given that role. People don't want spite-driven VAs who only want to create conflict. And yes, this is what a lot of people do, and like I've mentioned several times, localizers act this way. Netflix localizers rewrite blue box English script, sees characters complimented for being feminist instead of feminine. Did anybody ask for that? Absolutely not. Western localizer proudly brags about butchering Sentai Filmworks' English localization of 2.5D Seduction. English localizers furious over Japanese publishers' decision to use AI translations for light novels, saying they don't care about the works they're ruining. Nobody cares about you losing a job when all you care about is ruining a work with your agenda. Here we have the discotheque drop lovely complex localizer bragging about rewriting a character as transgender and hating the original source material, saying, "We made it good. This show sucked." This is why people do not have respect for you or your profession, and these voice actors are so full of themselves as well. I mean, even look at what happened just a few years ago with ProZD. He complained up and down that certain people were not being given certain roles and that only white people should play white characters and only black people should play black characters. And then he started complaining after that that he wasn't getting a lot of roles. But to top all of that off, just a few months ago, he got a role for a character he did not fit the physical description of, and yet he was silent on it. All of these people are hypocrites. All of these people only want to do what is going to put the most amount of money in their pocket, and they don't care about respecting the work or the source material or really even standing by their stances. So yes, this person is admitting that their goal and job is to piss off players that don't want an ideology pushed. If that isn't a confession, I don't know what is, and really they deserve a lot of the backlash that they are getting over this take. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.